Alright, so it's 6:30 and regardless, it doesn't even matter about anything. But the other day while I was watching like orientation videos and shit, I was so bored during those fucking videos that I started, I was calculating how much I would make for the whole year working at this job. And I budgeted. And let's just say I made a budget for a job that gives you $20 an hour, right? A job getting $20 an hour budgeted. You can save, I'm not going to say you, but from what I learned, from what I did, from my budgeting, I put all my bills, I put my 2-week paychecks working 40 hours a week on average, which would be way more. And I took every single expense. Rent, insurance, groceries, gas, even like how much, like 10% of my check would go to Bitcoin, 5% to Ethereum, and then my weekly and bi-weekly buys of stocks, Roth IRA, and crypto. I put all that in and I calculated every single fucking thing, to the minute detail, right? And I did it for like the whole 12 months. I mean, it's obviously just do 1 month and then you do multiply by 6 for 6 months, or multiply by 12 by 12 months. And I did multiple different variations. But what was I gonna say? That just so I calculated from like a $20 job. The only thing I didn't count for, like obviously I would be paying off credit card, and once everything gets stable, you would use some of those things in the credit card and pay back, so it would just break even, so it doesn't matter. The only thing I didn't account for is like going on vacation or trips, right? Which is fine. But I don't know why my voice is so weird. But what I did do is everything else. So from investment wise, for a whole year, if I just kept the same budget investment wise, bi-weekly, with all the things I have planned for my 2025 investment crypto, stock, Roth IRA wise, it would be a total of $14,000 invested in a year, which is fucking phenomenal. $14,000. That's fucking crazy. $14,000 fucking dollars. And it was almost close to 15,000 as well. And that's not even accounting for like it going upwards, that's just money put in. So I could think about it, like I started in January, by June or July, let's say by June, I already have like $7,000 into everything, and then it doubles just naturally. Let's say the stock market, crypto, everything does amazing, it doubles naturally. Then I'm at 14,000 by the end of the year, plus the 7,000 I'm investing for the next 6 months as well. So, to me that seems pretty fucking phenomenal. But yeah. So for the investment, so I did budgeting, rent, whatever, so I don't have to worry about like the bills and shit. So it would be $14,000 total investment. And obviously this would be different for everyone, because everyone has different bills. Some people don't even have bills. And I'm telling you, if you're young, well, this is not financial advice. Nothing that I say in this video is not financial advice. If you're young and you don't really have any fucking bills, and you invest most of your money, or even just save it, you can have so much in freaking money liquid. You could have so much liquid cash that by in 1 year, like if you don't have any bills, you could easily save $20,000. Even if you're making less than $20 a year, I mean $20 an hour. Like whatever your job is, if you just budget properly, you can at least have $10,000 saved every year. So in 10 years, you have $100,000 easily. And obviously stuff comes up, but easily in 10 years, everyone's gonna have $100,000. So there's no fucking excuse. You just gotta learn how to fucking budget. So it'd be $14,000 total investment. And then I also put for an emergency fund, and I think the emergency fund, it was way less money bi-weekly and monthly, so it would only end up to being like almost $4,000 after 12 months for an emergency fund, which is fine because emergency fund is supposed to be like 3 to 6 months worth of like all your bills. If you lose your job, worst case scenario, you don't make any fucking money, which is fine. And then in just normal savings, I would have, and for the savings I only did 6 months, right? For the savings, I would have $6,000 fucking dollars. And I did 2 different versions of one paying rent and not paying rent. So not paying rent, it would be $6,000. But that's probably not going to happen for at least 6 months. So if I didn't pay rent for the whole year, it would be $12,000 saved, plus the investment, plus the emergency fund. So we're looking over $20,000. But obviously I did 6 months with rent, so it'd only be $3,000. So the whole year would be $6,000, which is still fine, which is still $20,000 plus the $14,000, because it'd be $6,000 savings, $14,000 investments, and then the other $4,000 emergency fund. So I just did 6 and 6 to see, the difference. And you guys don't know what I'm talking about yet, rent-wise, because I haven't discussed that. But, yeah. So, like, absolute worst case scenario, right, and I can't invest that much, and, like, I'm, like, barely saving all this stuff, right? It's still $6,000 while, like, with paying rent, $6,000 a year, plus $14,000 investment, which is $20,000, plus $4,000, whatchamacallit, plus $4,000, emergency fund. So in 1 year, it'd be a total of $24,000, maybe $25,000, if I play my cards right, of just pure saving. Obviously most of it's gonna get invested, but that's because I want to invest it. Someone can easily save it, but I would want to make at least 5%, extra on my money. But yeah, man, like, and that's $20 an hour. And obviously, like, if you're fucking grown up and you're paying fucking like $1,000 for rent, or like close to $2,000 for rent, or God forbid, close to $3,000 for rent, and you're all by your fucking self, I can't really help you with a lot of things like that. But if you're young and you barely have any fucking bills, you can fucking grow your wealth exponentially, and that's my plan for the year 2025. And the point of this video is, like, it doesn't, like, if you make $15 an hour, you can still save $10,000. If you make $10 an hour, you can still save $10,000. And that's if you're working full time and you have no other, like, money. Like, not money, no other bills, right? Like, if you're fucking young and you got your first job and you're only working part-time, like, yeah, I know you're gonna be a kid, you're gonna want to fucking save it. For that, I would just say invest. And not save it. You wouldn't want to save it, you would want to spend it. But for that, I would say save or invest and shit, because you won't know how much those first dollars are worth until years later. Regardless, that's the end of this video. I just want to say that like I'm not saying I'm going to guarantee myself the $25,000. I have to literally work for the whole year and grind it out and stick to the budget to have $25,000 saved / invested. But what I am saying is anyone can save $10,000. You just have to budget properly and see how much you make for how much you work for the whole fucking year, and see how those savings add up by the time it's fucking December, January 2025, December 31st. You will see. You'll be impressed. And it might not even be that much. But guess what? Even if it's $3,000, it's $3,000 more than you would have had. You know what I mean? And you don't know when you're going to need that shit. So, that's the end of this video. Just fucking lock the fuck in and budget. Budgeting is important. I'll see you guys in the next one.